Hey there guys, Monty here. Just doing my morning chores. This is one of them, and I'll just show you this. So what I do is get some pulu, coconut husk. No, I grabbed all that from up top, and yesterday. So basically I just rip up a little bit of pulu, put a match to it, and away it goes. This is quite dry. When it's quite dry, it's pretty good. So over in there, just got some leftovers. What it is chicken bones, some cassava, coconut cream, and some kumala that you saw on the top, and a little bit of lul, taro leaves and whatnot, bits and pieces, right? And that's for the dogs. So I just cooked that up, let that boil away, and then wait for it to cool down, and I'll give that to the dogs. So this is our little fire system. We've been cooking off of here as well recently. Saves us gas, and because we've got abundance of bulu, we're able to use this. And plus this pot is pretty cool. We actually love this pot. Just hang it up from up here, and from that wire up there, and away you go. Smoke keeps the flies, insects away. So yeah, so we've been using that for our cooking lately for the last week. Bits and pieces. Got some hopper plantain from up top from our plantain up there, and wifey's just finished making breakfast for us. Had some eggs. What else do we have? Some toast. Eggs, toast, and sausages. And then had some muffins, chocolate muffins that she made yesterday. So I had those as well. Still some left. There's our chickens. We only got 14 left. Hang on, go from the side. And they're providing us with about 6 eggs a day. I've got my rooster as a half caste there. He's doing quite well. I've got 2 roosters in here, and they're doing really well. So we're going to try and breed off of these as well. So that's good. Those eggs are helping us with our breakfast and our our baking as well. And here's the only wild one, is that one over there that's running away. These I self-hatched. So these are all half-cast as well. And one's already had babies. On the other side you see the mother hen. Where's your other baby? Don't tell me. Oh, it's over there. And I still got to feed the pigs yet. I've got to go get some coconuts. There's Ngako, big male, right there. Rosie, that's a Balangi pig. And got Gypsy and Pepper. So they're waiting for their morning feed. And you see all this bulu here, the coconut husk, that's firewood, basically. And use that. They're probably thirsty. I'll just give them some water for now till I go get some coconuts. And what I'll do is what up? So I'm just using that little pot there, because they don't dent it or anything. They can nudge it all around. They don't damage that pot. So that's why I've got to use that for water. Hey, Uncle, don't bite that. This pig, he's very playful. And what he wants that. That's what he wants. See? He wants to lay down in water. Man. And then the other pigs don't get to drink because of this one, Fatso. But yeah, very playful. And she's pregnant, that one there. Get out of it, Knuckle. Rosie's growing fast. So that one there, she's growing quite fast. This one's only she's a wild pig, it's only small, she'll just stay that size. Hey, Uncle, leave me alone. So that's enough water for you guys, don't waste my water. Got our sheep, she's pregnant, over there. So I've been cutting some cassava leaves just on the other side of that and chucking them over the fence. The pigs and the sheep eat it. So they're still nibbling at a little bit that I threw over there yesterday. Males in the front, females at the back. So she's pregnant, so that's good. Can't wait till she has babies, and plus her too. So we can keep a couple of males. Keep a couple of males so we can slaughter them when they get quite big, put them in the freezer. Because I'm dying to go on to a sort of a carnivore diet, but I can't really right now, it's too expensive. And majority of my eating will be meat. Not all of it. But, yeah. I just function better that way. And yeah. These are the pawpaws that we planted. So they're growing pawpaws now. That's cool. Noora's little flower garden that's happening here. Got some dragon fruit that's growing well. This moringa tree. That's quite tall. Got to prune that off. Cut that down and prune it. And plant some more around the place. But yeah, that's Noora's little garden. She's just for flowers and bits and pieces, so we can provide flowers for the church when she does it on Saturdays. She does it once a month, prepare flowers for the church. Alright guys, so our dogs. She's pregnant again, well hopefully. She was on heat, he's got on her, so she'll be pregnant again. I haven't fed them, as you can see. I was still getting their food ready. This fella here, he's been naughty. Got dragon fruit in the ground here. This fella here, I've chained him up. He ate our cat. One of our cats. We had two cats. One's the mother and one's the kitten. Around about 6 months, 7 months kitten. He ate it. All of a sudden you see him dragging or taking half the carcass across the front yard. Then the next day he chewed up a baby chicken. It's not quite small, it's already a few months old. And so I chained him up to keep him, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I'm going to try maybe using him as a pig dog. And because he's that's the father, that's the mother. American Bully, Tongan dog. And that's what you get out of it. He was born in February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So 6 months old. And we'll see what comes of him. The other dogs that were taken from here are a lot bigger than him. Also our vanilla, well, my sister's and husband's vanilla I've been planting. I've got to plant some more figgy, so I've got half of it planted. Plant some more figgy. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of vanilla planted. But what I'm going to do is plant the rest of it figgy, let that grow and give a bit more shade to the vanilla, because some of them are dying off because of too much sun. And it hasn't been raining that much, So I put some hopper in there as well, some plantain in there, and I cut some bottoms of the plantain and chucked them in there as well. So around about, I don't know, 14 plants in there. I'm gonna put some moringa right in the middle because that grows very fast, and you trim it back and it's healthy and utilize it for all sorts of stuff. So yeah, might do that as well. And then I've planted cassava in between the aisles, so very far apart, one there, so pretty much the same distance as vanilla, but you can see in the middle of everyone. And that I'm hoping will give some shade. So this manioke here is not the big manioke. This is the yellow manioke that grows to about my height and stays there, and that'll give shade for the vanilla until it grows to a certain length. 9 months later it'll be perfect, that it should sustain on itself, and then we can pull it out, the manioke out. But if not, we'll just test it, we'll see how that goes. I'll put some plantain in there as well, some hopper, and help that, because what I've done with mine is what I've done the same thing over here. But yeah, all right guys, I'm just gonna stop it here and I'll carry it on in a minute. Hey guys, just up here at the vanilla where I've planted my vanilla up here, and I'll just show you what I've done. So the hopper that I planted here, I've taken out most of them, and because they've fruited and I've taken out the fruit, I have to cut down the main one, right? Some of them I took out to replant, and then some of them are already replanting like that on the side there, and let them grow like that one there. See this one here? And then this one will grow and replant. So we've been eating off of this. Gave a hopper away too, because we can't eat it all. And as you can see, there's our hopper plantain there. That one's I got to cut down today. It's already ripening. Something's already been eating at it. Yeah, that's all gone. That was there yesterday. That was already ripe. So yeah. So what I've been doing is cutting down the main stems and laying them down the sides. Keep it moist. Been throwing the leaves on top of the fiki to keep the vanilla shaded. So what I've noticed, once the fiki gets to a certain size, then the shade goes away. Well, most of the shade goes away. I had to prune a lot of this away because I want to make sure that new growth come up from underneath. But I'm having to put banana leaves or hopper leaves on top just to keep it shaded. And the hopper helps. As you can see, it's all shaded from the hopper right now, and that's just for the mornings. So you can see growing through, shading it like this, so, and give a bit of moisture. So, and we'll leave this to grow the weeds up to about knee height. Take out the weeds that we don't want. Leave the taro in. Planted the taro. See, I've pruned it back. New growth coming out, and hopefully that'll shade it. Once that shades, I'll prune the others off as well. This one didn't have a vanilla growing on it, so I pruned the whole lot, and I wanted to just see what will happen, right? What will happen there. And if it comes nice and bushy and shaded, I'll do that to the rest of them as well. So this one's I've already looped. There's some of them already looped. As you can see, looped it and regrowing. So that'll regrow up. This one, looped it and regrowing. As you can see. So that's cool. So the rest of them, they don't get as much shade as the ones back there that I just showed you. So the sun hits these first. But this one's doing really, really well. And right at the end of it, it's reached up to here, so it's shaded 100% most of the time, the new growth. So that's great. But still, the ones that are still growing small, I had to put the banana leaves on just to keep them shaded a bit. Like this here, I should chuck that on. Just chuck it on there like that, just to give a bit of shade. So we'll let this taro grow, let the weeds grow up a bit. We'll take out what weeds we don't want, like the safa, the big long grass. And this is what I've done with a new one. So I planted the figgy a while ago, before I planted the one on the other side, and it's already growing here, so that's great. I didn't put any coconut leaves at all to shade it. This vanilla here, so some of them burnt away, some are still growing, and I put cassava in the middle of this one as well, right down on both aisles, so hopefully that cassava will grow up and shade it. But I'm happy with the fig trees, so I'm gonna have to prune all these off, so prune them quite knee height, and then they can grow from there and create shade for the vanilla. And I've got some Hawaii, the purple, what do you call it? Oh man, can't think properly. Sweet potato? Purple sweet potato. This has been in here for ages, and I'm just using it as a cover crop right now. I haven't pulled this part out. It wasn't as good as it should have been, but yeah, we can eat from here, no problem. But for now, just using it as a cover crop. As you can see, some of the kumala that we did pull out and they're growing back up again. Just gonna leave them there to help keep the ground nice and cool for the vanilla. Especially this aisle here, just leave it. And what I found out, I'll just keep it nice and shaded on the ground, just to keep it nice and moist. Ooh, I know, I thought someone pulled that out, but I've just thrown that there and it's just growing. Alright guys, I just burnt all of this as well over here, so we might extend this to over there, just join everything else with the figgy and vanilla. Got some bele growing here, and this stuff is food, right? Same as all of that along there, all of that along there. There's bele everywhere, as long as we got food. This is just grown wild, kape. There's food growing everywhere. Some lemon trees, they didn't fruit this year. I think because I pruned them back a bit too much, but we'll see next year, see how they go. I'm going to leave them like that, let them grow, see how they go. So I sprayed this and then I burnt it. No, we burnt it. Nooroa cut the grass around here with a whippersnipper around these figs and vanilla. But to be honest, the vanilla hasn't been growing great here. Been doing multiple different kind of ways of planting, and the weather doesn't help sometimes when it gets too dry. But I'm gonna replant and try again on this, around this area. But over here, as you can see, I've got figs lined down, got manioke, cassava lined down, and then figs again. So I've just done that all the way through. we've got the vanilla I've shaded with coconut palms that I planted. And I planted some hopper in there as well. And I planted some hopper up here, but you can't see it because it's just the bottom part of it. Some pine trees. And also, I just threw this in here because I was going to plant it somewhere else. It just ended up growing. There's certain plants over here that do really, really well. And this is one of them. It's called pata, the ladyfingers. They're just really, really good. They just grow and just multiply. So I'm going to take that out and put it somewhere else because I don't want that to grow right here. Yeah, but that's what's going on here at the moment. I put that second tank in yesterday and hooked that all up. I just need the outlet to hook into the other main system, so I haven't plumbed that yet. I don't have the parts for it, so but as long as we can grab water there and there's a tap on the bottom, we can still utilize it for our gardens and whatnot. Yeah, so hopefully it rains quite decent soon, fills that one up as well, use it for our vanilla, use it for all sorts, and that'll be a lot better because now we can grab more water. These are mango trees Mum planted from, I think the seeds were from overseas. And what I found out with mango trees, right, for them to flower, you got to stress them out. Stress the mango trees so they can flower and produce fruit. So you can light a fire underneath, hit them with a hammer or something like that, just to stress them out. So what happens is the tree thinks it's going to die. So what it does is tries to fruit quickly so it can reproduce. It's a pretty smart mechanism that God created right there. They got these cover. They're about 6 years old. They've been just staying here. Gonna plant some more. There's just money in the ground. And everything over here is pretty much long term. So you just gotta wait. Like this is ready to take out, no doubt. But I just like it here as a, what do you call it, ornament or a little, just good to look at. There's two cover plants right here, one there and one over there. So we might just plant some more cover as well, just to put it in the ground. I don't drink cover, but if I could just sell it to people that for medicinal purposes overseas, yeah. But yeah. Alright guys, if you want to see anything else, just let me know. I'll just take you to the front, just show you what we've done there as well, okay? Alright guys, just for fun or just because I want to utilize this area, I just chuck some taro in here and barely just to utilize the space. And it's growing well. I didn't really fork it or anything like that or soften the dirt, just dug a hole and just put it in there, so that really works. Here's some of the rear that I've been using for building or concreting. There's leftover tin that I've been using for like fencing or whatever. Can't really use it for roofing. I will if I have to, and try and patch it all up. But yeah. So I planted some watermelons, right? Planted some watermelons in here, in the front, where all these sticks are. And we planted some apple star trees, fruit trees as well. Some pineapples. I got a row of Tonga in here. I just chucked it in. I said, why not? We got the space right there. Just chuck it in. Noora's got some cabbages there. Got some tomatoes here growing. And yeah, they're starting to take off now, but they weren't doing very well at the very beginning. So what I found out, there's certain tomatoes you can grow in the Pacific and certain that don't do too well. So what Noora has done, she's made a yeast and sugar kind of concoction and fertilize those tomatoes, and then they start taking off. Looks like some lemon or orange tree, can't remember. Belly, this is the big belly, big leaves. This tastes better than the other belly that we just showed you just before. Mango trees, they're growing well now. Got 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. More pineapples, and the pineapples are starting to flower, so that's good. But they're not perfect. Like, I just chucked them in so we can get some pineapples out of them and then get some slips off of them to replant. And as you can see that down there, there's a pineapple growing. One there too. One there too. One there too. One there. So there's pineapples growing here, and that's great. I mean, I planted them in December. It's been 7 months now, and they're starting to produce. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Got this trellis here. So I planted a vaine or a passion fruit, and I just planted that last week. Hopefully that does okay. Hopefully that'll just grow all over this trellis, and we might have to extend that trellis. There's some pawpaw, just started growing. Just keep them alive. Got some coffee plants in here as well. Yeah, so there's all bits and pieces, and then there's that as well over there that I've plowed and planted. Cassava, sweet potato, and some more cassava. So over there, today actually, I'm gonna plant some watermelons in there as well. It's full moon on next Tuesday, so it's perfect timing to plant watermelons. And it's supposed to warm up, but it's been cold. The climate's supposed to warm up, so this is the time to plant watermelons. So what I did right here, I sprayed it all, the weeds. Then around about 5 days later, I planted the cassava. Cassava is just awesome. Cut it off, stick it in the ground, grows. I mean, you cannot go wrong with cassava. It's one plant that will produce really well, even if you don't look after it. With cassava, if I didn't want to weed this, I plant one in the middle, and that will just overgrow and up to my height, and it'll weed itself because nothing will grow underneath it because it's all shaded out. And yeah, it's so easy. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to plant watermelons in between. So in 3 months time, I take the watermelons out and leave the cassava there to let it grow. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I've got some 3 rows of Fiji cassava, 3 or 4 rows of sweet potato, and then I've got this yellow cassava growing here. So just with the yellow cassava, that's where I'm going to grow the watermelons. Alright guys, I think that's everything for now. Then I'm working, the next job I'm going to be working on next week is the, the ceiling. So hopefully I can get the lounge room done. So get that ceiling done in the lounge. Once I get that down, be a lot better then with the heat. It's been alright now because it's a lot cooler at the moment. But yeah, after the sealing, then the following week I'm going to start on the veranda outside, and it's just a lot of work, a lot of shoveling, wheelbarrowing, concreting, cutting, to show, shoveling rock, shoveling sand. Yo! Someone driving past. And then got to dig that out right to here. There's a corner here. Dig that out, lay some Rio down, just get a footing down, concrete, and then lay bricks on top of that. Once I do that, then we can shovel the rock into wheelbarrow, bring it on top of this to be like that. Now after that, then concrete it. So I reckon it'll be a while. I say it takes me a week, but things come up, priorities, and then the body. Depends on the body, depends on my health. If don't work it too much one day, otherwise I have to rest it the next day. Also depends on the weather sometimes, delays yourself. It depends where we are with money wise as well. So I have to focus on making an income, and then I have to put everything else on hold. So yeah, just that. And then if I can go diving, that'll be great. Grab some fish, so it helps with our diet, but not only that, it helps with our meat. Instead of having chicken all the time, we can chuck some fish in there. So yeah, but I can't wait for the pigs and sheep to reproduce quite a bit, so we can start slaughtering that, and then have some pig and have some sheep. So that'll be nice, but that probably won't happen till probably the end of this year with the pigs. Next year, end of the next year maybe with the sheep, but I want them to just keep reproducing unless there's a male, too many males, and then I'll cull them off. But yeah, so there you go, guys. This is what's been happening so far around here. And I was going to go for a dive today, but I look at the wind and it's a bit too windy. So I looked at the weather on Tuesday next week. The wind is calm, and hopefully next Tuesday will be a lot better. Go for a dive. Alright guys, peace. Take it easy. Bye for now.